into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Line gets set, first down. They'll try to get outside. At the 35, he's got room. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now, and I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes, but the big key every week, get him the ball.
Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. Offense set on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Ohio State rolled out a classic and won close over the Wolverines last season.
Man, it's so nice to know you got a team that in the biggest moments in the game, the huge rivalry game, your big game of the year, they can come up clutch and make those big plays. Ohio State did a year ago.
Can anyone catch him? And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Dangerously close to kicking that one out of bounds, but it made it into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back. Quick step and go. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Gets it out quickly. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. This guy fits the bill, big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some first downs.
And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. How about that play? A diving snag along the right side.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, it's Jean-Pierre. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
On second down, just keeps firing. They're bringing heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
And the Buckeyes get enough for the first down.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really, really high percentage. Or do I go for it on fourth down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big first down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Past the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. To To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be...
Makes a grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Going up top on first down. Release to the back. It's caught. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. To throw, it's Jean-Pierre. He's moving out of the pocket. And they get to him just in time and ride him out of bounds at the 1. Defense going all in to stop the run. Trying to surge it in. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Ohio State 21, Michigan 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Here comes the option. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
He almost kicked that thing out of bounds, but no penalty into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback checking the play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Little touch pass to the receiver. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He'll off one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
And the Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. You know, the field's about 53 yards wide. Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. First down here for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going up top. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Tosses it incomplete. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the catch. It's Moore. At the 45, on its way. Oh, look out. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Looks as if he's going to run it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a man. It's Jean-Pierre. Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
When you you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He's going to pass on second down. He unleashes a long one. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lets one fly deep. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away. Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. To the 10. Off he goes. The 10. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. On the option. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys roll that offense back out there. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Trying to get to him. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes a connection. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field, because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a big play for him.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Slithers into space. Flying down the left side. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. The offense set for a 1st down play. Touch pass on the run. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 7 over UCF. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Dances away to buy time. They'll force him out of bounds after a...
The scramble.
on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He's looking deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got room on the return. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Jean-Pierre. Looking for a huge play. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Michigan.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Set to kick off.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box. And
he's off to the races. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Stewart. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Steps away. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Wolverines are marching down the field. Back to the air one more time. He's got it. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. They'll run the option. He has the 1st and still on his feet. Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the change for this offense. And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Gets rid of it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Hey, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
Dropping back, it's Jean-Pierre. Into the end zone. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown. Touchdown, Michigan! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
21.
Boy, he was cutting that one close, wasn't he? Almost kicked it out of bounds, but it went into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He wants to pass it on second down. He's got it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Running back searching for a hole. Sweet spin. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Looking to pass. It's Sayin. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Pulls it in. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
That screen pass just never had a chance to get going, and the defense wrecked it from the start.
And you assume on a screenplay you're going to get something positive, something decent. That was absolutely awful. There was nowhere to go, no room for the running back to make a play. That offense needs to execute that a lot.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Hard running there. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
Ohio State 49, Michigan 21.
First down to start the drive after the break. They're going to ride this running back. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Got him downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wants to throw. It's Jean-Pierre. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. He wants to throw it again. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose that he's seeing that thing in there. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
That's tough to defend, right? You're going 5 wide, spreading us out across the field. These windows become a little bit bigger when you do that, and they were able to convert, and as a result, they walk away with 8 points on the drive.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers.
And he's running in the open. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They can't corral the pitch, the ball's on the ground.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got the back over the middle. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Jean-Pierre. Keeps looking downfield. He's taking a deep shot. Makes the catch down the right side. Running toward the tape. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Oh, my, circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the 1st down. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 4th down, going to the air. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Looking downfield, it's Jean-Pierre. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile in.
And he tacked on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. On second down, wants to throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And this offense is either married to their analytics of going for it on fourth down, or they don't know you can punt. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. No matter how much college football changes, real